I'm waiting to see what's going to happen here, but it's clearly not my fault. But they don't have any red or green lights to communicate. They gave me my paperwork sealed in hand. They had given me my paperwork and seal in hand, told me that it was time to go. And that forklift is sitting there on the back of the trailer like that, and I don't know how they're going to move it. I'm glad I didn't move any further than what I did, but they gave me the green light to go, and I couldn't even tell that guy was still back there on the trailer. I couldn't feel any movement. I wouldn't have moved this truck if I would have felt something. I wouldn't have moved it. But I went in there, signed the paperwork, got my seal, and walked out, got it, and this guy in there was threatening to kick my ass and everything. It's just like, I told him, why'd you guys give me my seal and paperwork and tell me to go? I pulled out so I could go close my doors, put the seal on to leave, and I started pulling out, and my door, I had my windows down so that I could, I just had them down. I had them, normally I have my windows up, but I had them down just because it was getting hot in the truck. I felt a thump and stuff, and I thought maybe it was just the dock plate falling down, and then I saw a walkie-talkie fall on the ground, and I felt a couple other thumps and stuff, and then I heard a "what the fuck," and I went back there, and that's what I saw, was the forklift like that. Apparently the guy in the office told me that the forklift driver skipped the steps in the computer system. He scanned everything in and went through and skipped all the steps and told the computer that he was done loading and sent it to there. He called me, told me to come get my paperwork. I went in there, signed my paperwork, got my seal, and I was having trouble looking at that paperwork to see how heavy I was. And this thing is less than 12,000 pounds, by the way. Light load. It's almonds or something. This trailer isn't even half full. And look at this. So, supervisor's out here with the walkie-talkie. I don't want to go over there and film while he's over there. So we're going to try to figure out how to handle this. So he's taking, whoops. I want to get this on video a little bit, but I don't want to piss these guys off either. So it wasn't completely done loading yet, and they gave me my paperwork. So this is some bullshit. And that's what happens when people try to get too cocky. You know, I try to be cocky and get stuff done early and all that. So, alright. Ask him if he knows. Do you know how we're going to do that?
Yeah, sorry about all that, man. That was just a real scary moment, all right?
Yeah.
I apologize for that.
Yeah.
It got nothing to do with you. So.
I know. Apparently he skipped the steps, but you know how we're going to get that?
Yeah, we're going to take care of it.
Okay. So he apologized to me and everything just now. So whatever, they're gonna get taken care of. I'm not doing nothing. I ain't moving the truck. I ain't doing nothing until they tell me. But that's stupid. That's what happens when people skip ahead in the system and try to skip steps. You know, as a truck driver, I get gung-ho and I want to get places and try to get going and blah 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 blah, but you can't skip steps. You have to follow the steps that are in place. This is what happens when people at docks, yeah, and because this idiot on the forklift decided to be all gung-ho, I'm going to get this all done early. One in the system said, I already got this stuff loaded. That's what he told the system. He told the computer system, which told the guy up front to call me and have me go in. They gave me my paperwork and seal. They have my paperwork and seal back in the office now. I'll have to go back and get it. I brought it back in there and left it in there, so I think he has it now. I'll have to go back and get it. First, they got to get this forklift back on the ground and figure out how they're going to get it. Well, they can drive it. Once they get it back on its wheels, he could drive up that ramp back into the place, but good Lord. I can't believe it that that guy was still on there when I went to go pull away. I couldn't even tell he was on there. Normally you could tell when a forklift's on the back of your trailer. I could not tell. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. But I can't be held liable for it. I mean, I feel bad for the guy though. I hope he's not too terribly hurt. They told me he was doing okay. He must have just got kind of a thumped head or something, but obviously they're probably going to take him to the doctor's office and make sure that he's fine. That had been not fun falling off that dock sitting in that forklift. This guy's walking around trying to figure out how the hell they're going to get this forklift back on the ground. Good Lord. He's out there pacing and stuff. So, going inside. The dude's clipboard and marker and pen and crap was all on the ground, and good Lord, I can't believe it. I haven't even started my time yet. I've been sitting here at the dock still on my sleeper bird time. I'm working on 12 hours and 26 minutes in the sleeper berth. I haven't even started my on-duty time because I was going to start my pre-trip and pull forward and close the thing up and go around and do my little walk around and stuff real quick and all that stuff before I take off. And because I slept right out here on the street and just kind of meandered in here at 4 miles an hour and checked in and whatever, so whatever. But I took lots of pictures on my phone and sent them to Midwest Viking. Took pictures of the docks that there isn't a red and green light, and you can see that there's no T-bar lock or anything like that, and all that. But when people skip the system, that's what happens. I would have never moved my truck if I'd have known that there was a forklift back there. If I could have felt him back there, if I would have felt that forklift, I wouldn't have moved the truck. I'd have gone in and been asking questions, going, there's somebody still moving around on the back of the trailer. I've almost had this happen before because I've been to other docks, but I was able to tell that someone was back there. And so I didn't move my truck. I went in and asked questions. But this time I couldn't tell that there was anybody back there when I started to move. And apparently those pallets of almonds are very light. So I don't know. Why would you skip all those steps and finish everything and tell everybody you're done loading and still be messing around on the back of that truck? And I'm sure he's gonna be, I don't know if he's gonna fess up to his end of it and tell people that that it was his fault or not. I don't know how to feel about it, because I kind of feel bad that I couldn't tell that there was a forklift still on the back of the trailer, because I would have never ever moved this truck if I would have known that someone was still on there. There's no friggin' way I would have moved this trailer if I could have felt them. I didn't feel that forklift back there, which is weird. You usually can feel a forklift. He must not have been driving very fast. I think he was driving very slow and not like, you know, some forklifts just, you know, ramrod in there and drop stuff off, and you can feel them like they jerk around. You're getting jerked around in the truck because they're rushing in there, dropping it off. He must not have been doing that. He must have been going gingerly slow or something and not really getting on there real fast. He must have been taking his time at it or something, because how else would I not have been able to feel him? So, for those of you out there, other drivers, anytime you show up to the dock that they don't have a T-bar lock, they don't have the red and green light system, we were showing them the airline lock. I have one. I pulled one out of the truck and brought it over to the guys on the dock and go, you guys need to start having these, and every one of you loaders needs to have one of these on you, and personally put them on the trailer line of every trailer. And if you aren't done loading, don't go take that off. Because at least then if you are skipping the system like that, the driver can't move the trailer. You know, they need to have something in place, because this was a bunch of BS. So I don't really know how to feel about it. I'm kind of like, don't know whether to be pissed off about it. I'm glad the guy appears to be not hurt. The forklift appears to be not damaged. It just fell off and it's sitting there, and they got to figure out how to get it lowered back down onto its wheels so they can drive it back in and then check it out to make sure that that fall from the dock down to the ground didn't fuck up the battery or anything on it. That's a pretty big fall. And to be impacting from the dock down onto concrete like that, I'm sure that was not a fun ride down there. So hopefully he doesn't, hopefully the worst he got was a thump on the head or something, and not too bad. But we'll see what happens with this. I'll update you guys when I know more, but that's pretty much all I know right now, and I'm just waiting. I'm ready to get, I thought I was ready to go. Apparently they're not unloading me. They're gonna have to get me back up to the dock and finish putting the product on. I don't even know how much where there was left to do. Crazy stuff. The kind of crap that happens when people don't follow the rules. I'm here, that's my wife calling.